everyone. Welcome to another ISS Mimic EDU how-to video. This Circuitry and Coding Unit video aims to help you how to wire a motor and how to code it using TinkerCAD Circuits. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen. So go to TinkerCAD.com and select Create, click Create, and you are going to select Circuitry. So the first thing that we're going to go is here in this panel, and we are going to drag an Arduino Uno control. And it is not necessary. You can wire it up directly from your servo motor, but our students, at least my students, they prefer to do it using a breadboard. So I'm going to go and grab a breadboard. One of the things that I recommend to do is when you are managing your breadboard, use the middle part of the breadboard, because if you click in here, you can activate a wire and you don't want a spaghetti mess. So use the middle to move your breadboard. So we're going to go here also all the way down, and we're going to go and grab this guy right here, which is a micro servo. That's our servo motor. I would recommend that you put this on E. You see your letters in here. So go and put it in E, that column. And it doesn't matter, you can wire from here, but it is always comfortable for my students to manage the wires if we rotate the motor. And to rotate the motor, there is a trick. If you click 6 times the R key on your keyboard, you are going to be able to rotate the motor. So I'm going to do it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And my motor is ready to go. So here you have your power area on your Arduino. So we're going to start by grabbing a wire from G&D or ground. And this wire is going to be connected to the negative part on your breadboard. So once you activate the pin, you're going to see that you have like a blue cross and something like sparkling. That is because you have a wire. So we're going to go down, and then we're going to move to the right, and we're going to go and click again, and we're going to connect it to the negative side of your breadboard. If you see this, that's your negative. So once you connect something in here, you are energizing all this column, all the negative. So it is a good way to follow your wires in a best practice, because it's very common when you see other circuits to put this wire and change the color to black. That way you can see that your G&D is right here. So we're going to do the same with another wire, and this time it's going to be from 5 volts. So we're going to supply some current, and it's going to be the same. Go down, click 1 time, go to the right, click 1 time, and connect it to whatever pin in the positive line on your breadboard. And this time we're going to be changing this to red. So now that we have this ready, we're going to wire up our servo motor. So this has 3 pins. 1 is for the ground, 1 is for the power, which is the 5 volts, and this is for the signal. So what we're going to do is click a wire from the ground, and we're going to connect it to the negative part in your breadboard. We're going to go and click back. We're going to do the same with your signal and connect it to the positive. And we're going to change this to red. And then we're going to go to wire up the signal. And this time, this signal is going to be connected to a PWM pin. So we're going to move to the left. We're going to go up. We're going to go here to the left, and we're going to connect it to D6, digital pin number 6. Once you are almost there, you are approaching, you're going to see that it's going to tell you that is D6. We're going to click there, and I'm going to change this wire to orange. So I have more or less the same colors from the servo motor. And now that we have completely wired up our servo motor, we are going to go to code. So for that, I want you to click in here when it says code, and you are going to activate your panel. I'm not going to use this, so I'm going to put it in the trash can and eliminate this so I can have my canvas ready to code. And the first thing that we have to do is declare the variable. And we're going to declare the variable position because we're going to be moving our servo motor according to the position that it is. So we're going to put position in here. And when you are coding, it's very important how you are typing your variable. In this case, position is also all in lowercase. Sometimes you're going to see that when you are coding, there are some letters that are uppercase, lowercase, combination of that. So once you declare your variable position, you're going to see this showing up in your panel. So we're going to go to Control, and we are going to select the statement that allows you to do multiple things, which is this last one. So we're going to put it in here. And the first thing that we're going to go is here. We're going to change this when it's the drop-down menu, we're going to select position, which was the variable that we create. And in here, we're going to tell your Arduino, okay, from the position it is, I want you to move from 0 degrees to 180 degrees. So we're going to change the number in here. So now we have to tell the Arduino that we're going to rotate the motor that is in certain pin. So we're going to go to Output, and we're going to select the block that is Rotate, Servo on Pin. And if you are tracking your wiring, you know that your servo is wired in pin 6, digital pin 6. So we're going to go here and we're going to click and select number 6. And in here, we're going to go and move according to the position. So we're going to go to variables, and we're going to go and grab position and put it inside this guy right here. Now we're going to go to Control, and we're going to tell it, hey Arduino, I want you to move, and we're going to move at 25 milliseconds. So now we have our first part of the code, which is moved from 0 to 180 degrees. Now we have to go and do the same, but in the opposite direction. So you have two choices. You can go and do it again so you can practice, or you can duplicate the blocks. So one of the things that I do with my students is telling them, hey, you can duplicate the whole thing. So if you move your mouse and you put your hand here when it says count and do the right click, it's going to be appearing the duplicate function. So we're going to click there, and we're going to move all the blocks, and we're going to connect it again. We change here from 180 degrees, and here we're going to change from 0 degrees. We're going to hide the panel, and we're going to start the simulation. And as you can see, you have your servo motor starting to move from the position it is, 0 to 180 degrees, and then 180 degrees to 0. So I hope that you achieve your objective, which is wiring and coding a servo motor. And thanks for watching. See you soon in another video.